there is something about it. When you begin to touch that teaching about baptismal regeneration, you stir up just a real hornet's nest. And you can have a way much more peaceful if you don't do that. And you can actually have access to many more people. Now, that's the question that I am trying to weigh in my mind. This is a parenthesis I'm putting in here. I'm trying to weigh just exactly what should be done. It was brought to mind again just the other day. Pat called to let us know that Billy Graham was on a talk show in the morning, and he was on for a whole hour, and he was answering questions. They were asking questions from the audience, and the master of ceremonies was asking questions. He presented the gospel very clearly, as he always does, took his stand for the Bible, but somebody asked him, I guess it was the master of ceremonies, asked him why he didn't take a stand on some of these issues. And he made it very clear that by not taking a stand, he left the door open, that he had contact with all of these people. He was able to preach to them. Now that's one way to take, that you never deal with controversial issues. Never deal with, that is, in professing Christendom, that you don't deal with controversial issues at all. You don't deal with the matter of baptism. You don't deal with the Lord's Supper or these things. This leaves the door open for you to have contact with many people. But on the other hand, is there a place for warning? Should there be that? Should there be a voice raised to tell people who believe that because they've been baptized as babies, they have been born again? Should there be a voice raised to tell them that that isn't so, and that they ought to search the Scriptures and find out for sure how to be born again? That's the whole question. I've been really tossing this thing around. It's a real burden to me. It's rather strange, of course, when you think of it. Two people couldn't possibly be at as much opposite ends of the spectrum as far as their ministry is concerned than Billy Graham and myself. Because here he is with a great worldwide ministry and ministering to thousands and thousands of people, and here I am, an obscure country preacher with ministering to just a slight little handful of people. That in itself is a commentary on this whole thing. But one thing, of course, that is to be considered always in this matter is that each man has his own calling from God. To each his own. And it is not for any one person to judge somebody else and say, well, you shouldn't be doing that because I feel I ought to be doing this. It's for each one to find out what is his distinct responsibility before God.